Hello, this is Super Kaiju Nation, and the next logical step into King Ghidorah evolution is King Ghidorah from the movie GMK, Godzilla, King Ghidorah, Mothra, giant monsters all out attack. I kind of get that one mixed up a little bit with the release from Godzilla's Revenge. I don't know if are you those of you that have the DVD or the Blu-ray. Well, anyways, okay, let's talk about this. Terrific. On this movie, this is the first time where you see King Ghidorah not only smaller in scale and height, but also he's actually a good guy in this movie. He's a hero in this movie. He is a guardian monsters. And the movie, in order to stop repel the attack of Godzilla in this movie, they summoned or actually accidentally they remove stones from each of the guardian monsters, which are King Ghidorah, Mothra, and Baragon. And you guys know what the previous were going to be supposed to be Anguirus and Varan. I do believe so, one of the guardian monsters, but because of the lack of popularity of those creatures, they wanted to use more popular creatures. Okay, let's talk about his height. Okay, he's 50 meters. And his wingspan is 93 meters, and his weight is 25,000 metric tons. So that's pretty awesome. And place of emergence is in the countryside of Japan, of Okigahara. And his allies are Mothra and Baragon. Where in the hell would you ever see that in any? I would never have thought about that ever. No way. Like, I could not see King Ghidorah as a good guy, but on this film, he is a guardian monster, an ancient guardian monster brought back to protect Japan from Godzilla's attack. So it's pretty awesome. I really like that sentiment on this film. It's a very how do you say? It's a very like departure from the original evil and destructive, genocidal King Ghidorah that we all know and love. So, all right. So, writer and director Shaku Kui Kanoko finally decided to desire the concept for a Godzilla film and a story that featured guardian monsters. So, this is the development of the film. So on this film, he's a guardian, and he's able to kind of take all the previous iterations and kind of create a new one. And the design and the look of King Ghidorah in this film is slightly shorter. He's actually smaller. His legs are shorter, and his feet seem to be bigger, and his wings are not as large as other King Ghidorahs either. And he uses he's more of an infant. It seems he's more of like an infant in the beginning of the film when he's trying to battle Godzilla. He's not able to fully extend his wings yet until the couple of minutes of battle when you finally see him. So while the past character had been portrayed as being 50 meters taller than Godzilla, this version would have to be smaller for him to fit in the kind of vision of three smaller, weaker monsters taking out Godzilla. So King Ghidorah was scaled to be 49 meters, rounded up to 50 meters, and Godzilla in the film was 60 meters. And you could tell it's the smallest suit ever made for the character. And especially the X Plus, it's awesome. I love this. I think every King Ghidorah is awesome. But this one in particular is one I would want to have because he's a good guy. So the wings of I want to talk about the wings again are much larger than his body, and his legs, and he has kind of like more like talons for claws for feet, or actually modeled from birds, as I've read, and yeah. Shinoda, one of the creators, was disappointed that his all-time favorite monster, Varan, wasn't in the film. Because really, because he was, they decided to use, the creatures that were more popular. And the Ghidorah suit was worn by Akira Ohashi, a veteran who played in other kaiju films such as Gamera, Gamera 2, Attack of the Legion, as well as he played the villainous Iris on that film. So that's pretty awesome. It was. This is the Heisei. I'm sorry, the Millennium series and the Heisei series actor portraying the creature. It's pretty awesome. And so the necks were shorter, of course, allowing the actor to be able to maneuver the necks by using his arms a little bit better. So the scenes of him sleeping on the ice is pretty cool. I like that scene, even though the callback for a minute was on the new film they just did actually. So King Ghidorah was portrayed by in some shots computer generated, and I want to talk about the one scene in the movie where he's moving. He looks like he's roller skating towards Godzilla to fight him. That looked really lame. I'm like, come on, Toho, he's not rollerblading. Yeah, King Ghidorah's rollerblading towards Godzilla. He's gonna destroy him. I'm just like, what the hell was that? Yeah, so he's able. Let's talk about his personality, because this is a very different King Ghidorah. So he saves people in this movie, and one of my favorite scenes is when he's knocked out under the ocean, the bottom of the ocean. He saves one of the main actors and actresses in the film, and I love that. It's pretty awesome. Let's talk about some of his origins. In ancient times, King Ghidorah was an 8-headed dragon who was slain by ancient Japanese warrior and was laid to rest under Akiogara and near Mount Fuji. The warriors began to pray for the beast's soul in hope he or two other guardian monsters would defend Japan someday. Empowered by the honorable dead, King Ghidorah regenerated for thousands of years, awakened by the stone being moved, and that scene where the old man is there to greet the creature as he starts to come out of the ice, and even though he dies, he gets killed. I think anybody would get killed. Okay, let's talk about his abilities in the film. He has the usual flight and the gravity beams like usual, but the interesting part of about the gravity beams is he has this what they call a thunder spark, or like a strong electric shock through his bite. Like when he's battling Godzilla, he uses it because, as you know, the Godzilla doesn't like electricity or lightning bolts, like from the original film. So it's a pretty interesting take, and of course the energy shield, like when Godzilla tries to shoot him and he's able to repel his attack by encasing himself in this massive dome. But even though that would not last too long before Godzilla killed him, so he's a smaller, weaker, and it shows. I definitely I like this version of King Ghidorah, but I kind of wish he would have been a little bit stronger than this. But it was necessary for the film in order to do it, for him to be that way and to have some type of weakness, because the original King Ghidorah was extremely powerful and very difficult for Godzilla to wrestle him or destroy him, or to beat him to the ground. And his allies were Mothra and Baragon. It's pretty awesome. That's probably one of the most interesting aspects of this iteration of King Ghidorah from 2001, from the Millennium series. This is probably my favorite film from the Millennium series, besides the two sequels for Mechagodzilla. So I really enjoyed this iteration of King Ghidorah. Okay, all right. I hope you guys like this podcast. I hope you guys put a like next to this. I hope you guys continue supporting Kaiju-tastic Nation Media here on Facebook, and also this podcast, Super Kaiju Nation. And I will see you guys for the next podcast.